Hello, people of YouTube. This is Gray's Guitars. I am Steve Gray. Now, before we get started with my major complaints with this guitar, we're going to be talking about the Epiphone Adam Jones Les Paul Custom Art Collection Mark Ryden's Veil of Bees Electric Guitar Antique Silver Burst. And the reason I'm telling you to do this now is because there's limited number of these. There's only 800 of this specific one with this specific artwork being made. To my knowledge, the only place that it's available still is Guitar Center. So as of me filming this, you can go out and buy this from the Guitar Center website. However, by the time I upload it, they might be gone. I honestly have no idea. Z-Zounds, Z-Zounds, I checked that website. I believe they're out of stock. Most places are already out of stock because this is a limited edition. Let's go to the website. So, Adam Jones Les Paul Custom Art Collection, Mark Ryden's The Veil of Bees. Featuring artwork selected by Adam Jones, the Epiphone Adam Jones Art Collection consists of 7 Silver Burst Les Paul Customs models, each featuring reproductions of different works of fine art on the back. Adam curated the featured artwork and additional artwork designed by artist Corin Fott adorns the back of the headstock of each model. 5 distinguished artists are featured in the collection, and only 100 guitars of each model will be produced. This unprecedented limited edition collection brings Adam's love of art and music together. This model, I'm going to read more here. The Adam Jones Les Paul Art Collection featuring Mark Ryden's The Veil of Bees, which is that image over there. I'll actually pull it up as well. We'll look at the image momentarily. On the back, it is also an exceptional instrument for your next musical masterpiece. It has a bound mahogany body with a maple cap, 3-piece bound maple neck with an Adam Jones custom profile, and an ebony fretboard. It is equipped with a reverse-mounted Epiphone ProBucker custom humbucker in the neck position and a Seymour Duncan distortion on the bridge. Both are wired to CTS pots, orange drop caps, a Marquee backplate with the artist's name, and the name of the artwork is also included. Finished in antique silver burst as homage to Adam's beloved original 19 silver 9 silver burst. A protective hardshell case is also included. That's going to be your chainsaw case. You're not getting the same case as you're getting with the Gibson, which I am perfectly fine with that. I love a chainsaw case. But I like the way this looks. I don't think, I can almost guarantee you this was not hand painted. This is probably a print, and then they just, clear coat, essentially they clear coat over the print. But, it's silver burst all around. Looks really nice. I don't know if they'll show you the case. I showed you the case before. It's a chainsaw case, so no big deal. So let's take a look at the specs. So Adam Jones Custom, standard 12-inch radius. It got a Graphtec nut, fine. Glued-in set neck. Standard Gibson scale length, 22 frets, no issues there. Real ebony fretboard, which is pretty nice. Nickel silver, so, nothing too fancy there. Go down to the body, got a Les Paul body. You do get an actual maple top on this. So this is a real maple top, and I know a lot of Epiphones don't always have a maple top. I think mine personally does. It's just like an 06 standard, and then it has the veneer on top of the maple. 7-ply top, 5-ply back and headstock single-ply fretboard. That's the binding, gloss finish. Now we're going to get to some things that are going to annoy me. So finish nickel, tuning machines, vintage style chrome, 16:1 ratio. The tuners on this $1,300 guitar, you can buy a Gibson Studio for that price, I believe, or right around that price, real made in the USA guitar, are not even the Schallers. They couldn't even take the time to put actual Schallers on this thing. I understand if they wanted to put Grovers or locking Grovers, because I know they have those available, but you're going to tell me you're going to cheap out on the tuners. These tuners probably cost them like $10 a set. That's how cheap we're talking these things are. You can find them on every Squire ever made. $1,300 guitar. All right, really? Really? $1,300 guitar, you're going to give me crappy tuners. Thank you. Thank you for that. I understand this is an art piece. This is a limited edition. You're probably not going to play it anyway. But that is ridiculous. 100% ridiculous. Couldn't even go. Let's see. Oh yeah, we got posi lock buttons, which they're actually the timepiece correct. Bridges and Epiphone locked tone 2-matic, which is fine. There's no issues with the Epiphone. A Tone Pros would have been a nice upgrade there. No pick guard. Control knobs. You got the speed bevels, nickel plated metal cover. That's the jacklight cover mounted. Tailpiece is Epiphone. Two-way adjustable truss rod. That doesn't say dual action truss rod, so it's probably regular. Pickup covers, neck pickup covered only. Now let's go to electronics. So, the neck, Epiphone Pro Bucker custom reverse mounted. Yeah, you get that in a lot of Epiphones. You can get a Pro Bucker custom. This isn't like a specific pickup. I mean, heaven forbid, on a $1,300 guitar, they give you 2 Seymour Duncans. Or, they give you his actual pickups and his actual guitar and put a Gibson pickup in there, which owns the company. Heaven freaking forbid they give you a little bit better, electronics. Yeah, sure, you got the decent pots and everything. Yeah, those are my 2 biggest complaints on this guitar. Is you're paying $1,300 for a guitar that I'm going to have to upgrade when I buy it. Most people rip the pickups. I would say the majority of serious players rip the pickups out of the Epiphone guitars. Yes, they have. I'll give you that. They're fine. There's nothing really wrong with Epiphone pickups, but a lot of people don't like them, including myself. And I'm not paying $1,300 for a guitar that I have to immediately rip the pickups out of, immediately take off the tuners, and then technically that's going to devalue the guitar because it's an art piece. It's definitely not making it go up in value. In addition to that, what they're doing with Epiphone is just annoying the crap out of me, because they're trying to do with Epiphone what they do with Gibson. A lot of the higher end ones are art pieces that rich people buy, and they hang them on their walls. The guitars are never meant to actually be played. Nobody even touches the thing, and it hangs on a wall. And if you own this guitar, 9 out of 10, you're hanging it backwards because you want everybody to see that beautiful art piece on the back. And I mean, that's fine. You got the money, do whatever you want with the money. But Epiphone is not a brand that was supposed to be Gibson. It was supposed to be an overseas made instrument that was significantly cheaper, had the same look, style, and design. It was never supposed to be the super fancy, super decked out, super limited edition where everybody buys them. I mean, look at any Gibson signature guitar. Everybody buys them in 5 seconds, and then within 2 days, they're reselling on Reverb for like 4 times the price. And that's exactly what's going to happen with these things. Scalpers are going to take them, and then they're just going to resell them for more value. This is Epiphone / Gibson testing the waters to see how much they can get away with. They're like, oh, let's give them crappy tuners. Let's not give them that. How much can we charge people for an Epiphone, and they're still willing to dish out the cash? That's what it's coming down to. It's getting to the point where they're not budget-friendly guitars anymore. It's not something where you go into a store and you're like, yeah, sure, give me the Epiphone along with the amp and whatever. It's becoming a point where, someone that has to have a full-time job, someone that has to be working, with a significant amount of hours, they have to save up. If you're getting federal minimum wage, which is $7.25 an hour, it's going to take you a minute to be able to afford something like this. And I don't like the direction that Epiphone is going in with this, and I'm hoping that this is like one of the few limited editions we actually get. Hopefully they mass produce one with not crappy tuners and a Seymour Duncan or an actual Gibson humbucker in the neck position for like $500 less. I don't need that fancy. I like the chainsaw case. I don't need it. I know the artwork is part of that, but unless this thing is hand painted, I do not see a reason to be paying $1,300 for this thing. Sorry, I got a little ranty, but I didn't want to believe it when I first saw it. I didn't want to believe that they were going to give you some crap Epiphone humbucker and some crap dirt cheap tuners on a $1,300 guitar. And the frets on everything needs to be perfect on this. In all honesty, if I do end up biting the bullet and dropping the money on one of these, if I find one of the art pieces that I really really like, This one's okay, but I don't see myself really buying it. The frets need to be perfect. Everything needs to be perfect. There better not be a finish check, a line, a scratch, a polish indentation, sinking of the finish. If there is a single finish blemish on this guitar, anything 1,000 plus, it's unacceptable. If I'm spending that much money on a guitar, that thing has to be essentially perfect. I mean, I don't want a scratch on that thing, and that goes for Gibson too. That's not just Epiphone, but when you're dishing out this kind of money for a guitar, it needs to be perfect. And I would expect nothing less. And I'm sure the owners of this also expect nothing less. Sorry for ranting. I just got really angry with this thing, as you can tell. That's where we're ending it. This is Gray's Guitars. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.